Hello, everyone. Welcome to the spot. I'm Tiffany,
I'm wrong.
and today we had an amazing interview with Luke James and Jacob Latimore. And you guys know them as Vic and Emmett from The Shy. You guys have to tap into this interview. It was awesome.
Well, Jacob, Luke, it's a pleasure.
Thank you for having us, man.
What shirt is that?
Well, this is your campaign shirt. I'm going to get on there in a
Yeah.
minute.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's
I wanted
Trig
to-
shirt.
Yeah, I just want to let you know I went door to door for you, my
Yeah.
brother.
Thank you.
I'm Ron with the Spot Real Talk, and of course the beautiful Tiffany.
Hello.
And so I guess let's get it started. And Vic, I'm gonna hit you with this first. I just want to let you know
I'll take
that.
it. I'll take it.
Well, I went door to door for you in that last campaign, and I saw that you won. But I guess my question is, with the latest attempts to try to take Duda out, is Vic still the man for the city of Chicago? Is that a question that we need to ask?
I think that's the journey that we're taking on this B side.
Okay.
He has a lot of answers to answer, a lot of questions to answer for himself, for his family. There's a lot of accountability on this half of the season because he is having a hard time with being this new person, Victor, wearing this suit that doesn't quite fit just yet, trying to navigate that at the same time the streets are still calling him. There's still situations that he feels that only he can solve, the superhero complex. And, that's the journey we're going to watch. That's the struggle.
Yeah.
Keep it my shirt. Okay.
And we all got him.
That's fire.
Vote for Victor. Vote for Victor.
Vote for Victor.
Over Victor, most step. Go ahead, Tim.
My question is for Jacob, because I just want to say for both of you guys have beautiful voices and have become fine actors as well.
Thank you.
And I've been nervous for both of your characters. Emmett, I'm scared something gonna happen to him. Vic, I'm scared he might go back to jail. My question is for Jacob because Emmett got in bed with Duda. Well, went to work for him. And the streets were talking, and we all know that Duda was responsible for Brandon getting killed. So why would Emmett make that decision?
Yeah, he's just young and dumb. I think that's the reality of, I think we forget how young Emmett is.
Right.
And the need and want for more, right? And just there's sometimes we can feel like, or Emmett can feel like there's no other way out. There's no other way out of his situation. Hey, this is this situation I'm dealing with. I know who I'm dealing with, but I don't really know who I'm dealing with yet because I haven't seen all sides of this guy Duda yet. But the suits, the cars, it's the way to bring young people in.
Alluring.
It's luring. It's beautiful from the outside looking in, but once you get into the mix of it, you really see what that costs. And Emmett is holding himself responsible and accountable for that in the second half, and we'll see him man up in a different way, and leverage his power and leverage his love and be very brave, almost as if he had to go, he had to go.
That speaks to the importance of mentorship.
Yeah.
A house, that's in a way fatherless. We got to remember these things of these characters, of the things that they experienced that have led them to these points and their outlooks on the world. And especially for Emmett, how young he is with all of this weight on him of being the man of the house, being the provider, you know, being a good father, being a great partner, a great son, and a savvy businessman, and all of that, you know, the luxury of it all looks good. And always there's somebody that's going to show you this shiny figure over here and say, if you do this, this will get you this. And hey, everything is taken care of.
Right.
But we all know that's a shortcut.
Right.
And we know what comes with shortcuts. It's a very,
Yeah.
very long fall.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
that's what we get to watch.
Yeah.
I want to piggyback on that, Jacob, because you've gone to church with this mentorship program. You got some brothers that are behind you and they're willing to help you and guide you. And even though they've come through some hard times themselves, but the mentorship program for men is, I think, something that's very good for you. So the question is, why? I guess we have to figure out is why do you continue to find yourself between a rock and a hard place?
Mm-hmm.
And there's really only one way out.
Right.
Yeah. I think Emmett is his situation is so unique.
Yeah.
I think the only wisdom he could truly get is from his father, right?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
his father is kind of a mirror of him. Same amount of kids, survive the streets in whatever way his backstory is, and that's still kind of revealing itself in many ways. And we'll see him kind of seek that guidance out of these situations and create these plans and just hoping that they work and hoping that we can convince that hey, I'm Emmett is valuable. You need me in the midst of all this chaos. You need a clean face. And I think Emmett is figuring that out step by step because it's his life, it's his journey, it's his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also the push to
Yeah.
grow up,
To grow up. Yep.
the push to be the man.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
if you're not completely guided in a way to understand what that means and what that looks like,
Yep.
you know, that there's a pressure of I have to make it now. And this is and you know what, I know who I'm dealing with. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? And but you really don't, you know, and this type of person is not a person you can just cut dry.
Right.
Mm-mm.
So,
That is true. That is so
Mm-mm.
true.
you know, you made the bed, now you got to lay in it and you got to figure out how you're going to get up in the morning.
Absolutely.
Right. And you guys said what I always say during our recaps of your show. That's one of the things I said to Ron and our other co-host Tierra, that I was reminding that Emmett is young. I was
Yeah.
like, you guys, they're really young,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know. But
And
I
it's
wanted to
tender.
ask you guys how it feels to work with all these vets, because you guys got Lynn Whitfield, y'all got Kadeem Hardison, y'all got Leon, Jill
Yeah.
Marie Jones. So how was that?
It's incredible. I mean, we in awe still.
Yeah, we're in awe. I mean, these are people we grew up watching, and they've paved the way for us to even be here having this conversation together. To be on a show that is for us, by us, and has
Mhm.
lasted 6 seasons, and it is mainstream, and it's
Still
expanding
growing.
now. It's still growing. I mean, to be amongst those people who paved the way for us, who took
Mhm.
those falls here and there, and still standing, is
Mhm.
out of control to share the stage with them. I mean,
Yeah. And we're extremely grateful that they're just as excited to work with us.
Yes.
We like, what?
yes,
Come on now.
yes,
So, it just shows the impact that this show has had for a few years now.
yeah.
Mhm. I was like, Kadeem Hardison, Hillman grad.
Yeah.
I see the tie.
You know, it's up.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I definitely see the tie.
Well, Luke, I want to ask you too, and I guess it's a little similar to what we may have asked previously, but um, does he really understand? Does Vic really understand what he stands to lose if he continues to with this attempt to kill Duda? Has he really given thought to how much he stands to lose?
um, I think there's a yes and a no.
Mhm.
I think there's a bit of a backed into a corner, and there's an instinct that Victor has, which his instinct is trig. You know what I mean? It's very trigonometry. You know, it leans into that brain of how to survive, and that is his way of surviving, to be trig. And it's not that easy to shed that layer of yourself and to not always be on defense in any moment. We're watching we're watching him grow up in a way, right? He's been stunted from his past trauma of just surviving in the city and raising himself after such depression has hit his family and separated them in such a way, with Cabrini Bridge, the projects being knocked down and nowhere to be displaced, and then depression to hit his family and his father leave the house and mother get hooked on drugs and having his brothers by different men and them not being held accountable and him flying the coop. I mean, we have to think about these people still have so much going on. At the same time, they're trying to make a change. He understands that he's deeply reflective and understands that the feelings and the pains that he's caused and that he feels are things that he's done, and he is trying to make a better way. And this new venture of being councilman, this has been laid on him, but there's an opportunity there to clean up the mess that he's helped make.
Yeah.
But he's still in survival mode still.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it just depicts, that's what I love about the show, is that it's grounded in the realities of our lives, and that, you know, without mentorship, without a village, without accountability, how we can be detoured in so many different ways just off of just trying to survive, you know. And our lives go up and down, and that's the beauty of the show. It's just up and down. It's never just kosher, because that's just the way it is until we can rectify the wrongs in our lives. And that's the challenge that we're going to see, especially this half of the season.
Yes, it's up.
Let me just say, I've never been to Chicago, but you guys have forced me to take that trip to Chicago.
Oh man, it's a beautiful city.
I bet.
Beautiful city. And that's the point of the Chi. It's a love letter to Chicago. Yes, there's an entertainment aspect of it, but there's a groundedness of that. But it's just like any other city around the world. And that is the point of this show, to create that empathy for all of us as people, but Black people in this world, in this society, to see ourselves and to reflect on it. Why there's an importance, there should be a high importance of mental health, therapy, a space for us to all feel safe and seen and loved and protected.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful to be a part of a show like that is grounded in that way and that resonates with all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's an amazing show. And you
Thank you.
basically walked me into our last question. We're talking about the last part of the season, because I wanted to ask both of you to describe in 3 words the remaining episodes of this season.
Words.
How would you describe it? 3 words.
Thrilling.
You said thrilling.
I don't know, that was just one of the words that came to mind.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm committed to it yet.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be exhilarating. It's going to be
Gotta throw your word in there.
wow. It's kind of the word comes to me is sadness.
I was going to ask if it was any sadness. Oh no.
You know,
there's
some sadness in there.
Yeah.
So we got thrilling, exhilarating, sadness.
But there will be a renaissance of some sort.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Well, I know we're out of time, but it looks like, Tiffany, we're going to have to start a campaign for season 7, because
let's do it. Let's go crazy.
We got to do it. We got to do it.
Let's go crazy, please. We watch.
Absolutely.
I watch you guys' show. I watch the show. It's really interesting. It's also cool for us to watch it to make sure that what we're doing is landing.
Oh, thank you.
So we appreciate.
And we're day one fans too.
No,
and
I know
we've had Lena on the show too.
Yes, I know. Appreciate y'all, really.
Well, appreciate
you guys.
Really, 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 really do.
Thank
you, man.
Like you got, we're growing. We got growing pains, but keep watching, because I'm telling you, we're coming up with our shirts now. Y'all.
Yeah. We're here. We're our village. We're here together. We're holding ourselves accountable, and we're creating such a great space for us to live and love.
Okay. I appreciate that.
That's wonderful. Thank you both for your time. And we are looking forward to seeing the rest of the season.
Awesome.
And congratulations, Luke, on a new baby.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
And you guys have a good
Thank you. Talk
afternoon.
soon.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
I've been dreaming about you, wishing you what you were